Time to learn more about doubloons from the Mardi Gras in New Orleans. First of all, we have parade doubloons. These are aluminum doubloons. They have images on both sides. One side represents the crew that threw the doubloon, and one side represents the theme of the parade for that year. Some crews are very secretive about their theme until the parade actually starts rolling on the streets. Now, going a little deeper, we can find something a little more collectible. This is what we call a dual doubloon. It has two colors. This has two colors on one side, and this is high relief. You can actually feel the image. A lot of times a dual doubloon will be aluminum with something on it, although that doesn't quite have to always be the case. Next then comes the different designs, which in this case, it's a nice design. One of the problems with these is some of the crews are saving on the aluminum because they have to pay for them. This one, in comparison, is a fair size. Some of the multi-designs are very small to save on aluminum. They do have to pay for them. You don't if you catch one, but they do. Then we have the little bit more expensive than the dual would be the oxy silver, which is not silver at all. It's coated with silver oxide. It's just a bronze doubloon. And then we have the bronze doubloon. These are from the Parade Pegasus. And then we get to what we call the multicolored doubloons. And this is another Pegasus. This is how a lot of people store them in what they call 2-bys, the same thing that you would store a silver dollar in. In fact, the silver dollar size is what most people use. And they squeeze them in. Some of these doubloons may be a little bit large for a $2 size. But a lot of them are 39 millimeters. $2 would be a 38 millimeter. And here's a multi, but the difference here, this is from the Choctaw Parade, is that this one is colorized only on one side. Originally, when they colorized these things, they would actually glue a plate onto the bronze or copper doubloons. It's very rare, but there are a few copper doubloons out. And then we have, I'll show you some Endymion. These Endymion's particularly popular. The two sides don't have to match each other. These are different years. And they're very, very nicely done. Usually one side is going to look like this, the Endymion symbol. And they call theirs tokens of youth instead of doubloons. These are quite collectible. These will not be thrown from a parade. They're also rather heavy. So, good way to store them is in these boxes, like you have here, a little plastic box with little partitions. These actually are removable. I can just lift it out and make a longer partition. The other way is in binders, in 2-bys and in binders. So, uh, these collectible doubloons still are inexpensive. If you look in the book, an Endymion doubloon might run for $20, which means a good price to pay is about $14 or $15 for that doubloon. It might be $28, in which case I'd pay maybe, well, I would recommend you pay $20 or less. Uh, don't overpay for doubloons, but they make a nice collectible.